If you are a clothing brand looking to advertise dress shirts, your ads might look something like this. But what if I told you about a shirt ad so powerful, it sold out every shirt in New York City in just 1 week? Hi, I'm Devesh, and on Brand Broccoli, I serve up ideas to keep your brands healthy and strong. Today, I'll share the story of how advertising legend David Ogilvy made millions for his client using a 50-cent prop. It was the early 1950s. CF Hathaway, a small shirt maker from Maine, wanted to grow their business. They had a modest budget of $30,000 to compete with much bigger brands. David Ogilvy, an up-and-coming advertising professional, took on the challenge. When Hathaway's owner told Ogilvy about the budget, he nearly cried at how small it was. But there was an upside. The owner promised not to change a single word of the advertisements. Now, for an advertising man, that kind of creative freedom is absolute gold. Ogilvy couldn't resist. And trust me, from my time working in advertising agencies, I know this firsthand. It's an offer no advertising creative would refuse.
Were hired by the Hathaway company in Waterville, Maine. The head of Hathaway came in to see me. He said, we're 106 years old and we've never advertised. We're going to start advertising. Will you do it? I was very crass in those days. I said, how much? What are you going to spend? He said, $30,000. Well, a tear fell from my eye. He said, I tell you what, I know it's very small, but if you take the account, I'll make you 2 promises. I'll never change a word you write, and I'll never fire you.
Ogilvy got to work immediately. At the time, all clothing brands used illustrations in their ads. He decided to do something different. He chose to use real photographs instead. It was a small change that would make a big difference. But Ogilvy also knew that just using photos wasn't enough. He believed in adding what he called the story appeal to every ad.
Photographs which contain story appeal. Something unusual and interesting happening in the photograph, a story. So when I had to do a campaign for Hathaway shirts, I looked for story appeal.
To do this, he created the concept of the Hathaway man, a distinguished gentleman to represent the brand. He hired a model who resembled actor David Niven and arranged a photo shoot. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The night before the shoot, Ogilvy made a list of elements that might add intrigue to the photos. And one item on that list, an eye patch. On the morning of the shoot, Ogilvy stopped at a drugstore and bought an eye patch.
At the time, what was going through your mind to think that a man with missing an eye would be a good way to sell dress shirts?
I'd seen some research which showed that if you can inject into the ad an element of story appeal, you do well. People read the ad. They look at that, they say, who is this man with an eye patch? That takes about 1/10 of a second.
Yeah.
And they want their curiosity to speak. So then they go under the picture and read the copy, and that's how you sell the shirts.
The impact was undeniable. The eye patch was captivating. It made people wonder, how did he lose his eye? The results were remarkable. The first ad, costing just over $3,000 in the New Yorker, sold out every Hathaway shirt in New York City within a week. The success continued. Over the next 5 years, this campaign helped increase Hathaway's annual sales from $2 million to $30 million. So what's the key lesson here? While this story is from the 1950s, it's even more relevant today. In a world of endless advertising noise, it's not about having the biggest budget. It's about finding that unique angle. How can you make your advertising stand out? How can it be made more interesting? So next time you're working on your brand's content, remember the Hathaway man and his eye patch. These are the most powerful ideas in branding, the ones that make people stop, wonder, and remember. That's it for this serving of brand broccoli. I'm Devesh signing off. Here's to building healthy and interesting brands. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.